Welcome to Synthetic Oil Protection. I'm your host Eben, and today we're back with a very special part of the channel, and that's Shawn Braun. Now Shawn, if you don't know nothing about Shawn, he has the beautiful Crossfire. So we did his Crossfire on the channel, and we also did his Challenger. Now today we're going to be relearning the transmission on the SL550. So I didn't know nothing about this, but Shawn told me you can relearn these transmissions. They're all the same. The Crossfire's made by Beans, right?
Mm-hmm. And Carmen.
So it's a conglomerate. So Shawn, tell us, what was it like when you relearned the transmission on your car, and why did you do it?
Oh, it was easy. The car was not behaving the way I wanted it to. It kept hesitating and trying to shift when it's not supposed to shift. It just behaved terribly. It was not used to the way I drive the car. And what's really unique about these Mercedes cars is that they have what is called relearning the transmission. And that is important for every driver of every Mercedes, right? If your car doesn't drive the way you feel it should, you can do this, and it doesn't take a long period of time to do. All you have to do is reprogram the transmission computer to relearn your driving habits.
All right, so I want to tell them what happened with my car. This car, we actually already changed the transmission fluid on this car. That video is coming up soon. This car's got only 43,000 miles. Now, the previous driver drove this car a different way. So this car, I come into stoplights really hard. I love hard braking. I love the just autocross and ripping around. So right now it's clunking when I come into stoplights. And on the downshift, it's a little bit clumpy. It's much better after changing the trans fluid, but it's not the way I'd like it. And then it's also not shifting as soon as I'd like it. So sometimes it won't shift until 2,500 RPM, even though I'm only on the throttle, only a quarter on the throttle. So very little. So I'm just not liking it holding the gear too long. So I think after we relearn, it's going to shift much better. So Shawn, let's do it. What are we doing?
Okay, first thing you got to do is turn off your motor.
All right, so I have this little start-stop button here, and I took it out, so we're going to be messing with this a little bit, but here it is. That's our start-stop button. So I'm going to push this back in for a sec. We'll turn it off.
Okay, now that the engine is off.
Yep.
Okay, now there's three settings in the start-stop. It's not just start the engine and go. Okay,
all right.
There's also what is called run, and
all right,
and then on. Okay?
All right.
What you want to do is put it on the on position.
All right.
Which is the second position on the.
Can I do it by pushing it, or do I have to put the key in?
You have to put the key in.
All right.
And you have to go into the second position.
All right. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to put the key in. We're going to go from this angle. Pull this out.
Right.
We'll throw that there. We're going to put the key in like this.
Okay, make sure you're all the way to the left first.
All right.
Before you do anything.
I am.
Okay. Now go to the middle position.
There. Right there.
No, that's run, I believe.
And then there's one more, I think.
Okay, yeah. You want to go in the middle position.
That's the on position.
Right. You don't want it on the. You want to go in the middle.
Oh, the middle. All right.
Okay, middle.
All
there
right.
you go.
All right.
Okay, now the first thing you do.
All right.
Is put the key in. Okay, is you put your foot to the floor until you push the button behind the accelerator pedal.
All right. So I'm going to push it down. I'm going to show you this.
All the way to the floor, and you got to hold it for 15 seconds.
All right. Here we go. I'm going to push down, and now I'm going to push the button. So now the button's in.
Okay, I'll let you know when to release. Okay, it takes 15 seconds. What this is doing is just clearing the computer and telling it to reset.
All right.
Okay, so now.
So I'm
let go of it now.
All right,
okay.
I let go.
Now turn your switch off.
Or all the way off.
All the way off.
All right, it's off.
Leave it there and wait.
All right.
Now you have to wait 3 minutes.
All right. So we're going to wait 3 minutes?
Correct. Now that's clearing all the preset settings in the transmission computer.
So now, Shawn, tell them how many computers are on this sucker.
3. There's 3 computers. Well, 4.
And what the hell do those computers do?
Okay, what's the engine management system? That controls the engine, you know, making sure that it doesn't, you know, overrun itself, blah, blah, blah. And then you got the transmission computer, and you got the SAM. Now, SAM is the computer between the two, which actually interprets what the engine computer and the transmission computer are doing. All 3 of these computers have to be talking to each other in order for them to communicate with the driver. Now, this is very important. If you have one of these computers out, you can have issues that could cost thousands of dollars. But hopefully, there's nothing wrong with the 3 computers in this car. You know, there isn't really. This is a beautiful car, and it runs great. Okay, so waiting 3 minutes. We're all at 1 now.
So while we're waiting, we're going to talk about Leaf and how we can smoke it in different ways.
Oh.
No, I'm just kidding. We're not going to do that shit. No way.
Oh.
I don't smoke at all. So, but what we was going to, yeah, Shawn does. It keeps him happy. It keeps him happy.
Yeah.
But what I was going to say was, remember, we got the end of month giveaway coming up. That's this Saturday, coming up at 11 a.m. June 26th at 11 a.m. We're going to be giving away lots of goodies, $5 and gift cards. No, that's not $5. That's $500.
Oh. Okay.
Remember to leave that comment, and you could be in to win. You just never know. I kind of randomly go through some videos. I'll pick one person. Some videos I don't pick any. There's videos I pick 3 people. So it just depends. And I like to give it that randomness. You know, I don't need a computer to do that for me. I can make it random. So that's what I do. And we also have Eben's Coffee on the channel. And that's the synthetic oil protection blend. Mm-hmm. And we have a lot of people that are loving it. So if you ever want to try it, it's down in the description section below. If you're on a laptop or desktop, click show more. It's in the right hand corner. If you're on a smartphone, you'll see this little teeny weeny down arrow. It's on the right hand side under this video. You click that, it opens up all the boxes, and then I tag all my comments. I pin those, and you can see all the links in the comment section as well. And I'd love to hear from you if you have a transmission that's not shifting right, or if you change the fluids. And I have a lot of people that have written a lot of great reviews after doing the trans fluid on their car. Now, it's amazing, though, that this transmission isn't shifting perfectly, but like Shawn's saying, it memorized the previous driver. So
correct.
I come into stoplights really fast, and it's gonna hesitate on the downshift.
Mm-hmm. Now we should be okay. So now pull the key out.
You want me to yank that sucker out?
Yank it out.
All right. So now I'm gonna yank the key straight out.
Yep. Okay, now you can put your start-stop button back in, and you're ready to go.
All right, so I take this here.
Yep.
We're going to shove this cute little computer chip thing, the start-stop button, going right in so, like that.
Yep.
And now what?
Now you can start the car and drive it. Now you're going to drive it for about 20 minutes.
All right, so we're going to go drive. And we start her up. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go away for a minute. We'll be back in 5 minutes, and we'll give you an update. And remember, if you want your car to run longer and stronger, definitely subscribe to the channel. You'll be able to come back and watch gobs and gobs more videos like this later. Tap the notification bell. That way you'll be notified when the end of month giveaway comes up. Hey, you could be in to win. All right, Shawn. So, man, this car runs entirely different. It's holding gears longer now. It's running way smoother. It's coasting better because it knows that I give it a lot of gas and then I dump off and I just coast. So instead of downshifting and engine braking, it's actually holding a taller gear longer throughout its drive cycle. Right now we're at 1,000 RPM. We're going 22 miles an hour. So I mean, it is amazing. And getting into stoplights, you know, I'm gonna accelerate. We're going 33. Now I'm gonna slow down to coming into this red light, and all the clunky downshifts are gone. And I mean, it just responds way better. Rolling up the power band is better. just way smoother. So now what we'll do is we'll show the way it's shifting. So Shawn, go ahead and show the tack. Hold the camera right over the tack.
All right, we'll do that.
Go ahead. I'll let you
Go
hold
ahead.
it. Hold it straight over it. Yep, just hold it like that. Yep, you got it. There you go.
How's that?
Good, good. So now we're gonna make a turn and we're gonna do our standard driving. So I'll give you all our speeds as we go. We're going 20. Now we're going 28. There's 32. There's 40 miles an hour. And you'll see it's just shifting way, way earlier. And if I just roll into it, it's not gonna downshift heavy. I'm gonna tip in from 30. So here's a quarter way tip in. So that's a quarter throttle just rolling into it. So that was a little 30 to 47. So right there we went from 30 miles an hour to 47. Shawn, you can pull out. And that's it. I mean, this car literally runs totally different. I'm thinking it's gonna get probably a mile a gallon fuel mileage better. I'm gonna be excited to see what it does. So Shawn, what else? Should we go back to your car and finish it there?
Yeah, let's talk about what's going on with all this.
All right, we'll talk about it. If you do this and your car doesn't shift right, you got to realize it could take more than 2 minutes for it to reset and actually clear all the old data. It's like doing a disk cleanup on a computer.
Right.
You could do a disk cleanup in 30 seconds one time. The next time you do a disk cleanup, it could take a minute and a half, 2 minutes.
Correct.
So just know if you didn't get the change in your car the way it's running, definitely try it again, give it a little bit more time.
Right, at least 3 minutes. The service manual says 2 minutes. Do not do it in 2 minutes. Wait that extra minute. It's well worth the wait. That makes sure that all the parameters are reset so that you can start over again. That's the most important part. Once they are cleared, go for it. Drive the car after you take out the key. Just turn around, start it up, drive normally, come back, and let us know how it works for you.
Yeah, leave a comment below. Let us know how it drives and give it that full 20-25 minutes of driving.
Yes, absolutely. At least 25 minutes.
Back and boy, we did a what, 20-25 minute drive, Shawn?
Yep.
And so any closing notes? What else should people know, Shawn?
Well, when they do this procedure, they have to drive the car like they drive the car.
All right.
Not like your grandma or grandpa or your brother or sister. You gotta drive the car the way you drive the car. You can't pull back. You gotta drive exactly the way start, stop, whatever. Drive it for about 25 minutes, 20 minutes.
That I do as part of my job.
Do your normal driving city, highway, whatever, and then come back to it. If there is no improvement, then you probably can clear the computer. If there is an improvement, you will notice the first time, as he did when he did his.
Blown away, completely blown away. I'm gonna say this car is gonna be getting a mile or two a gallon better. It's coasting better. It's not holding the gears when I let off the gas. It's downshifting less, so because it knows that I don't floor it. So when I roll into any car, I don't nail cars because I've driven super powerful cars and Corvettes. And if you just start nailing cars and you hit some radiator coolant or something, that rear end's gonna jump out a foot or two. It's gonna hit the car next to you, and it's gonna be your fault. So when you drive these high-end cars, you don't just floor them and smash them to the floor. Well, you can if you have an all-wheel drive. So very, very interesting to see this, and I encourage you to do this ASAP on your Mercedes if you have one. You'll see there's so many years that they do these, and I want you to check out the transmission fluid change on my car. That video is right here, and that's going to be coming up very soon. And also check out the entire playlist on the vehicle. And I would say the total drivability of the car has changed 78% since I've done it. So Shawn, what else? That's it?
Well, just be sure that when you do it, you get all the settings right. Once you do that,
that's it.
It's your car.
All right.
It drives like you want
It'll
it
be
to.
your vehicle then. Cheers. to protection, protection, protection. We'll see you back next time right here on Synthetic Oil Protection.